Hello, and welcome to Math Matters. I'm Mrs. Halpin, and today we are going to continue exploring unit rates and how you can use them to solve real-world problems. Let's take a look at the picture and the table. What are you noticing? What are you wondering? You might have noticed that the red color represents the candy bars in the table, and the blue color represents the dollars in the table. You might have noticed that both the table and the picture have a unit rate of 3 to 1. You also might have noticed that the table shows 3 equivalent ratios: 3 to 1, 6 to 2, and 9 to 3. Take a moment to see what else you notice. Let's take a look at this problem. Jeremiah's mom said, "Stop arguing with your sister 20 times in the last 2 hours." If it continues at this rate, how many times will she have said it in 9 hours? Take a moment to choose a strategy to solve this problem. Then go ahead and solve it. There are many ways you can solve this problem. We need to figure out the relationship between the number of times mom said something and the hours that have passed. Let's take a look at a few ways you might have solved it. You might have chosen to organize your thinking in a table and labeled your table with "Mom said stop arguing" and "hours." You might have looked at the relationship between 20 and 2 and noticed that you could divide 20 by 10 to get to 2. Or you might have thought 2 groups of 10 makes 20, so I can multiply 2 times 10 to get to 20. You might have realized that if 20 divided by 10 equals 2, then 10 divided by 10 equals 1. You might have used either of these relationships, multiplication or division, to figure out how many times Mom said, "Stop arguing with your sister" in 9 hours. I can use that relationship to see that in 1 hour, Mom said stop arguing 10 times, and that in 9 hours, Mom said stop arguing 90 times. Another way you might have thought about this is using a diagram. You can split up the 20 times into 2 separate hours. This may have helped you to see that Mom said stop arguing 10 times each hour. You may have used that information to help you find out how many times Mom said stop arguing in 9 hours. Nine hours times 10 times each hour equals 90 times. You might have thought about it as a picture and realized that a 20 to 2 relationship is proportional to a 10 to 1 relationship. It keeps the ratio of 10 to 1 and just doubles it. You may have realized that you could keep using that same 10 to 1 relationship to figure out different proportions related to this problem. For example, 10 to 1 is proportional to 40 to 4. Just multiply both parts of your ratio by 4. You could have used this thinking to help you figure out how many times Mom said, "Stop arguing" in 9 hours. In today's episode of Math Matters, we learned about how you can find a unit rate to solve real-world problems. We also looked at the multiple ways you could have thought about or solved a problem. Today, get out there and get some exercise while doing math. Do push-ups or any exercise of your choice and time yourself to see how many you can do in 30 seconds. With that information, see if you can figure out how many you could do in 1 minute. How many do you think you would be able to do in 5 minutes or 9 minutes? Challenge yourself to see if you could solve this problem, these real-life problems, in different ways. Have fun! I'm Mrs. Halpin, and I hope you have a great day. Keep on counting.